My door, the outward appearance, it has no visible damage. It opens and it closes. My weather strip is not ripped, torn, nor frayed. My door panel has no visible damage. My door locks and unlocks. My hinges are properly mounted, no missing hardware, and they support the weight of my doors. They don't back to all too quickly. All too quickly. Thursday, all you need. They don't get in this truck until next week. Honestly, they do get in it, they're only on impact, but not moving. All right. So don't fall in people's bags right now. Keep them on the free trip. All right. Trying to see. My doors, my stairs are properly mounted and secure. They're not missing any screws. There's no debris on them, and they support my weight. My baggage door has no visible damage. The hinges are not missing any hardware, and they support the weight of the door. Inside my baggage, I have a 10 BC fully charged fire extinguisher that is properly mounted to the vehicle, as well as 3 reflective triangles that are properly mounted and 6 spare fuses. My fuel tank. The tank itself is not leaking. The straps that hold the tank on are not ripped nor torn, and they are flush to the tank. My fuel lines are not cracked or exposed, and they are not leaking. My fuel cap, which is not leaking. If I was to take the top off, the cap off.
You just see like a metal chain and some rubber around, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm looking for to make sure that they have the rubber gasket and the metal chain. Right. So that's done for that. Now, come to the back of the tractor. You got the back wall. You want to say that it is not bulging and it's not missing any rivets or screws. But these things in here, those are rivets. So call them what they are. They're rivets. All right.
They what?
So, rivets. R-I-V-E-T-S. Rivets. All right. So from there, I have my airlines. I have my electrical, my emergency, and my service airlines. It's connected from the back of the tractor to the front of the trailer. The hoses are not cracked or broken, nor are they leaking. My glad hands are in the lock position. If I were to take it off, I'm going to ensure that my rubber gaskets on the inside are not ripped or torn, and that they are not leaking. My
Catwalk.
I ain't know yet.
All right.
My electrical line, first with this one, these are the gaskets that you will be checking to make sure that they connect, that they're not ripped or torn. So then you have your electrical line. You want to pull it out, make sure there's no debris in these holes here, and then look in here. You want to make sure you have all the prongs are present. They're not cracked or broken and not bent, and there's no debris in here that will block your connection from being successful. All right, so now my catwalk stairs are properly mounted and secure, not cracked or broken, not missing any screws. They also support my weight. My catwalk is properly mounted and secure. It's not bent, broken, or damaged. It's not missing any screws, and there's no debris on it.
So you don't never have to stand on that middle part, huh?
In here, you have your drive shaft. That's your drive shaft. You want to say that it's properly mounted and secure. It's not bent or twisted. And then you have your, you're all right, your universal joints for your drive shaft, which are
Under that middle part?
under here. You want to say that they're properly mounted and they have no debris. From there, you come out. I'm sorry, come out. Well, what I was saying about the frame and cross members in the front, if you don't want to do it up there, you can do it back here. This is the frame, and that's the cross member right here.
Okay.
Frame and cross members. All right. Because it's more open. So from there, I have my mud flap. My mud flap is properly mounted and secure. It's not cracked or broken, and it should be 8 inches up off the ground. Slide in here. I'm gonna go over my fifth wheel airline because I see it. It is properly mounted and secure. It's not cracked or broken. It is not leaking. From there, I'm going on to my suspension and my brakes and my tires. So to start off, I'm gonna start off with everything that's visible. My spring hangers, front and rear spring hangers. That is your spring hanger. My front and rear spring hangers are properly mounted and secure, not been broken or damaged, not missing any screws. My leaf spring is properly mounted and secure. It's not cracked nor broken, nor is it shifted.
I see that.
My shock absorber is mounted correctly at the top and bottom. The body of the shock is not dented, nor is it leaking. My airbag mount, the airbag, and the bell housing are properly mounted and secure. The bag has no abrasions, bulges, or cuts. It's fully inflated. My brake hose, you see it right here. The brake hose is properly mounted and secure. It's not cracked or broken, nor is it leaking, and all hardware is present on it. So from my brake hose, I'm going to my brake chamber. My brake chamber is properly mounted and secure. It's not dented, it's not leaking, and all hardware is present on it. My slack adjuster and push rod, equipped with the cotter pin, are all properly mounted and secure, not bent, broken, nor damaged. And there's no more than 1 inch of play with the brakes release. Wait, I missed something. My U-bolts are properly mounted and secure, and not cracked or broken, and the nut is present at the bottom. Now I'm going inside. So I'm gonna check my brake pads. They're all present. They're properly mounted, not cracked or broken, no dirt, oil, or grease, no less than 1/4 of an inch in thickness remaining on the pad. The brake drum, which is here, it's properly mounted and secure. It's not worn thin. It has no welds on it. Inner and and outer rims are properly mounted and secure, not cracked or broken, and there are no welds on them. My tire walls, 1, 2, 3, and 4 has no abrasions, bulges, nor cuts. My tread, that back here, is 2/3 second, and my treads are worn evenly. Between here, I have my buds facing. My buds are touching, my tires are not. There's no debris between there. Coming out.
2/3 second front tire, 4/3 second.
So out here, I'm gonna start with my lug nuts. They're all present. They're properly mounted and secure. There's no shiny threads, no rust trails, and no distorted holes. Here we have an axle. In the front we got a hub. Here we have an axle seal. It is properly mounted and secure, not cracked or broken, nor is it leaking. And if you had a sight glass, you'll be able to look in the inside and see that it's filled to the proper level. My valve stem, it's not bent or broken, it's not leaking, the cap is present. And if I had a pressure gauge, it should say 105 to 110 or manufacturer specifications. So from there, I'm gonna go to my fifth wheel area. I'm gonna start off with my apron. This area right here at the front of the trailer is called the apron. My apron is properly mounted, not cracked nor broken. So from there, I'm going to my fifth wheel plate. The fifth wheel plate is properly mounted and secure. It's not cracked or broken, and it is properly greased. It has to be greased because it's metal on metal. And if there's no grease between that, it's gonna cause friction. Which brings me to the next part where you want to make sure that there is no gap between your fifth wheel and your apron. You want to make sure that it's closed in like it is. So from there, you would have a pivot pin here. This one isn't equipped with a pivot pin, so we'll move on. Then you go to your fifth wheel release arm. It is properly mounted and secure, and it is in a lock position. Your fifth wheel mount is properly mounted and secure. It's not cracked or broken. Your fifth wheel, this is a sliding fifth wheel. Just like the tandems, the tires on the back move forward.
Oh yeah.
This fifth wheel moves. How you can identify it as a sliding fifth wheel, first of all by the airline, and then the cutouts that are on the platform. These are the pins. When you move it backwards or forward,
Mhm.
those pins fall into those cutouts, which puts them in the lock position.
Okay.
So this is your sliding fifth wheel platform. It is properly mounted and secure, and all of the mounting bolts are present. Now, that's it today.